Well, Arsenal have gone ahead to submit a bid for the under 19 team of Ajax in there for a goalkeeper. He is really he goes by the names of Setford and is English and is at Ajax, and you know how good Ajax is at really doing the needful. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Ollie Watkins has come out and obviously spoken hugely about the goal that he really scored that saw the side of England knock out the side of Netherlands by denying them to go to extra time to obviously do the needful. And lastly, we have a very good story, Cavalier and Rodri into the mix. So this video is powered by Mono Gadgets 256. You understand, and hope you really get to know what they are really doing into this phone world. And if at all you want a new phone, you get. If at all you want a new laptop, you know, just go ahead and obviously dial that number +256 70 99 88 66 5, and they'll give you whatever they want. Don't send messages to me or in the comment section, just WhatsApp them or call them. They'll obviously reply to you immediately. That is Mono Gadgets 256. If at all you feel like you want to see to it that everything really goes your way, Mono Gadgets is the way to go. So we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and let's get straight into this big story in here for you. Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to break it, and he told us that exclusive: Arsenal submit first proposal to Ajax for 18-year-old goalkeeper Tommy Setford. Negotiations ongoing. Ajax horses see Setford as a big talent, but current deal expires in June 2025. England under-20 goalkeeper keen on the move. Now, the goalkeeper is English, right? The goalkeeper is English, and that's why Arsenal are really interested in him. I've already told you that. When you look at the list of players that are going to be leaving the side of Arsenal, the players that are hugely going to be leaving the side of Arsenal, most of them are really homegrown players, and Arsenal are really working hard to sit here, obviously replace these. Remember, we got a story coming in through from David Austin about Dan Bentley from the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he was a 30-year-old goalkeeper, and he was English. So there is something common on the goalkeepers that Arsenal will be looking at, and this is Setford, who is really an 18-year-old, and he plays for Ajax. And you know how Ajax is good at really scouting these youngsters, and I tell you what, this youngster is really one of the best that you'll ever want to see obviously do the needful. When you talk about all the qualities of a goalkeeper, he's a very good shot stopper, right? He's very comfortable with the foot, with the ball on his foot. You know, he expresses himself well, and his footballing abilities are really next to none. You know, his height is really great because at the age of 19, he is 1.8 meters tall, and he was born on March 19th, 2006. That is Stamford for you. He plays for Ajax under 20 and under 21, and in the UEFA Youth League in 2022-2023, he really played 3 games into the mix. England under 17, he played 4 games, and that is Tommy Setford for you. Now, when you look at the side of Ajax, they are in a position of weakness because the player is left with just 1 year on his contract. They might lose him out on a free for all. They don't really cash in for him, and if at all you are Ajax, all you have to do is you accept what Arsenal gets you, and obviously put in what we call a very huge, and you put on a very huge sell-on clause. You understand? And I think that's the best business that Ajax can do. If at all they don't do that, I believe they'll lose the player on a free, because the player is like, I don't want to obviously extend my contract at the side of Arsenal. Sorry, at the side of Ajax, and he feels like he should be leaving that side and obviously find somewhere else he should be really doing his career at. That is the side of Tommy Setford. So if I'm Ajax, I obviously dance to the tunes of Arsenal, let the player go, and after letting the player go, you obviously get him out of the club. And after getting him out of the club, you do the needful and really bring in what we call another goalkeeper, because he is really he's really the underage goalkeeper. And when you look at the trends at Arsenal, he's gonna be the understudy of David Raya. And him being English, he will obviously want to really come home. That is it. He would like to come home and be at Arsenal for 2-3 years, and then he'll obviously look out to really be that goalkeeper that either will dislodge David Raya, or else he'll obviously force out for a move from the side of Arsenal. And when you look at the promises that I think Arsenal have gone to put on his table, is that Aaron Ramsdale is leaving. You are coming in through as the second choice goalkeeper for the side of Arsenal, right? And we want you to be the understudy of David Raya, meaning that in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, we are going to trust you with such tournaments. And I tell you, if this lad can really hear that from Arsenal, there is no way Ajax can convince him to obviously put pen to paper. That is it. There is no way. There is no way, because the player will be like, all right, that's what I've always gonna hit want. And me playing like 2-3 games of the Carabao Cup and 3 games of the FA Cup, those are 6 games in a season, will help me showcase my abilities at Arsenal, and the rest will be history. And there is also a chance of Arsenal going ahead to obviously win its games early enough. Like in the Champions League, they qualify on top of the group for the first games of for the first 5 games, all 6 or 7, because games are really going to increase, you get. And in the last 2 games, Arsenal might say, let's get Tommy Setford on, you get. So that is really exciting for this youngster, and I think Arsenal have gone to put out a lot on the table to see to that all really goes on as to plan. David Raya is 27. I think he has gone ahead to make 28 years of age this year. I believe that this goalkeeper is going to push him a lot because of him being that quality goalkeeper. You know, when it comes obviously what made him really dislodge Aaron Ramsdale out of the stitches of Arsenal, this guy does it also well. And for him, he's doing it at the age of 18, meaning that if he happens to obviously put in a shift, he might find himself in a position of really being like Iker Casillas, who came through to start being the goalkeeper of Real Madrid at the age of 17. And talent doesn't obviously lie. You know, it's very hard to get a goalkeeper like that and really trust him. And really trust him with what you're really doing in there for you. But I tell you what, the goalkeeper can come in and dislodge the man called David Raya from the goal of Arsenal. He can come in and dislodge him out, because never say never when it comes obviously what God has. Some players are born special. If at all Bukayo Saka can come in through when he's still young, if at all Martinelli can come in through and is still young, and very many others, then why not Tommy Setford? Because he might put in a shift that everyone will be like, yeah, it is really happening, and it's not going to really end in any of the ways that most people are really thinking about. So that is the man known as Tommy Setford. Arsenal have gone ahead to obviously put in their bid, and Ajax have nothing to do. They have nothing to do, because when Arsenal attacks, it really does the needful. But I want to give credit to the side of Arsenal that this time around they've gone ahead to obviously do things differently. You know, there is no player that we've gone ahead obviously understand that they're really making a priority, but they're really scatteringly looking out for players that are really good. Though for me, I believe they should get in players that can push for these people. Remember, when Arteta came in through, the first choice goalkeeper of Arsenal was Bernard Leno, and who was the understudy? It was Emiliano Martinez. And when Bernard Leno really got an injury, Emiliano Martinez came in through and gave Arsenal a season, and then was then sold to Aston Villa for £20 million. I'm telling you the quality of these goalkeepers. Now, after Ramsdale came in through, Leno left, and he had the likes of Carl Hayne or Conco that were really acting as understudies for this guy known as Aaron. Sorry, when Aaron Ramsdale came in through, Bernard Leno was his understudy, and Bernard Leno left. And now, when David Raya came in through, Aaron Ramsdale became his understudy. So, I don't know whether this guy is really ready to be the understudy, or even Arsenal will obviously go in for Dan Bentley and see how things are going to pan out at the club of Arsenal. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But that's a bid that Arsenal are going to hit to submit in, and hope you guys are really doing great. Now, yesterday, England were 2-1 winners against the side of Netherlands, and Ollie Watkins was the hero of England on the night. He said, "Unbelievable. I've been waiting for that moment for weeks. It's taken a lot of hard work to get to where I am. I'm grateful I got the opportunity and grabbed it with both hands. I'm delighted. Watkins on coming on as the 81st substitute with Cole Palmer, who set him up. I swear on my life and my kids, I say to Carl Palmer, we are coming today and you're going to set me up. I know as soon as he got the ball, he was going to play me in, and you've got to be greedy. Touch, finish, and when I've seen it go in the bottom corner, it was the best feeling ever." Obviously, no team would love to go into extra time, I tell you. Extra time is really deadly, and you never know what happens if at all you proceed to penalties. Though England proven to be some good penalty takers when they're really taking on the side of Switzerland, but no manager would love to even go to extra time or see his team go to penalties. So what Ollie Watkins did was really very important. I've always wanted him to come out and tell you how good this player is. For me, Ollie Watkins is a very good striker. He's the best number 9 that England are really having. And if at all, Gareth Southgate, I obviously bench Harry Kane and start Ollie Watkins because of the way he obviously scores, his runs, his intensity. He's really a player that is very mobile, and his mobility becomes a problem to central defenders. But I don't know whether Gareth Southgate has the balls to bench that player, because you saw to it with Kobe Mainoo. You know, he never started the game that England played against Serbia. In the game of Denmark, he was not given a goal, and he was just brought in to play in the game of Slovenia. So after proving him, he gave him the goal. Now I don't know whether after this guy proving him, he's obviously gonna really be looking at him as being one of those players that will be needed into the game. But kudos to the manager for the substitutions that he made that gave England a very huge goal. Against Spain, I believe that this guy will obviously have a very good goal on Sunday. Now, talking of Spain, Dani Carvajal, who missed out on the semi-finals because he was really sent off, has come out and said, I tell Rodri every day to sign for Real Madrid. I tell him every day to leave Man City, that there is no sun there, and to come to Madrid, that we need him. He tells me he has a contract, but he would be perfect for Real Madrid. So Carvajal is like convincing the guy to join the team of Real Madrid where he plays for. But I tell you, Rodri cannot come to Real Madrid because right now I think he's the best midfielder in the world, and at his age, 27 to 28 years of age, can Madrid cough out close to 100 million pounds plus? Because I believe that is his price if at all you really come out and really say the truth about the guy known as Rodri. So wait and see how that pans out, but I don't see Rodri really giving a very huge green light to the side of Real Madrid. And him being a player that was playing for Atletico Madrid, he knows the bad blood in between those two teams. And the moment he really dons that Real Madrid jersey, he would have gone ahead to obviously betray the side of Atletico Madrid. And he's really happy at Man City, but never said never what can happen, because when you're really having situations in which the guy is in, then you might find yourself not having Pep Guardiola, and maybe the new manager will obviously not look all be in good books with Rodri, and Rodri will be like, Madrid, can you please come in and really cash in? So that's what we had for you in here for you. Your thoughts onto Tommy Setford bid put in by Arsenal to Ajax. We haven't gone ahead to know how much the bid is worth, but the bid is in. What are your thoughts about Ollie Watkins speaking out on him scoring a very important goal for the side of England? And what comes to your mind when you obviously think about Rodri going to Real Madrid? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. And you can as well call or WhatsApp Mono Gadgets to get yourself a phone or a laptop. Anything you need concerning that area. Just call them. They'll obviously get back to you. And I know they'll obviously deliver to you the best gadgets that you'll ever love. And you'll come here and really tell me, Rokani, you went ahead and obviously brought us Mono Gadgets, and they are the best that you'll ever see at any person's house, in your pockets, because phones are really hugely used for a lot. We sign out for now. See you later, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. We out, my mates.